Dads, when did you realize your son was funnier than you? I was sitting on the couch mid-TV binge when I got a call from an unknown number. Hello, this is the principal. Your son's been suspended. Suspended my son. I froze thinking he must have cheated on a test or maybe threw hands with someone, but suspended. So he walks in later, and before he even gets a chance to take off his shoes, I'm standing there like an undercover cop waiting for a confession. What did you do? He shrugs like we're discussing the weather and says nothing. My teacher's just crazy. That's it. I've heard excuses, but this one deserved a trophy. Still, he was calm, too calm. I swear, Dad, I didn't do anything, and I've been a parent long enough to know when my kid's lying, but this time something in his face said maybe, just maybe, he was innocent. So I scheduled a parent-teacher conference because if a teacher was falsely suspending my son, I was ready to activate full dad mode. We get to the classroom, and right away I can tell this lady's not a fan of his. She skips the pleasantries, folds her arms, and goes straight for the jugular. Your son has been incredibly sarcastic and disruptive in my class. Sarcastic. That's what we're doing. I look at my son, and he's just sitting there like this is his comedy special. I ask what exactly did he do, and she exhales like she's been waiting for this moment her whole life. Yesterday I told him sarcasm would get him nowhere in life, and without blinking he looked me dead in the eyes and said, it's getting me through this class, isn't it? And I swear to you, I almost lost it. I had to bite the inside of my cheek, so I didn't laugh like a maniac, but I held it together, looked at her trying to keep a straight face, and said, you suspended him for that? She nodded like she just made a bold move in a chess game, and I couldn't hold back anymore. I leaned and looked her dead in the eyes and said, if you ever suspend my son again for being funnier than you, I'll get you fired. Her face went from confident to ghost white in seconds. Suddenly, this whole suspension was apparently a misunderstanding. She started backpedaling, talking about rethinking the punishment, but I was already grabbing my kid's backpack. We walked out of that school like we just beat the system, and on the way home I finally looked over at him and said, you know, you might actually be funnier than me, and he just smirked and said, really? Nope, not even close.
Subscribe to my channel.